Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. It is just after 9:30 this morning, this Sunday morning, and I'm busy doing with my crochet, what I do first thing in the morning after I've had my breakfast and done whatever tidying up I have to do. I usually have a couple of hours left where I could do a bit crochet, but I'm going down my granddaughter's later on today. And I didn't get very much done at all yesterday. I sat down after my lunch, started knitting, was going to finish this little cardigan. That's the second sleeve. I did get the first sleeve done, and I was on to the second sleeve, and then I had a lot of other things I was going to do after that. But I went into my kitchen. I'd been doing some things upstairs and I left my phone upstairs, but I went into my kitchen. I was making myself a drink, and I could see something going on outside my garden. I could see, looks like stick things were sticking up above the fence, and then I kept seeing this hand coming over my gate with one of the sticks, and the stick was over the gate. It was like they were trying to open the gate. And oh God, I says, look at this, some flaming kids must be up to something. I watched for a while, and they were still hanging about. I could see these sticks waving about over the fence, and then I saw this arm come over the thing trying to open my gate, and I thought, oh, I'm going to sort them out. So I went down the garden and opened the gate, and there it was. My granddaughter's partner, Craig, and the two oldest boys. And they says, where you been, Nana? We've been phoning you, we've texted you, we've phoned you. I couldn't get the gate open. I kept putting things over the gate, and I says, my phone's upstairs. I says, I never heard it. If you were trying, I said, I didn't realise it was you. I said, I thought it was somebody trying to, after seeing what they could pinch out me garden. So they landed, and what normally they had been on a bike ride, just their dad and the two oldest boys, 12-year-old Frankie and 9-year-old Tommy. Yeah, it's Tommy 8 or 9. I had to check. I can't remember. He was 8 or 9. I think there were about 4 years between him and Frankie. I'm not sure whether he's 8 or 9. I'll have to ask his mum when I go down. But anyway, they had been on a bike ride, and there is a cycle path runs just past my back gate, my back garden. And they had been on a bike ride and coming back. They thought they'd call in and see me and get a drink and a cup of tea, and before they head on home. So what would have been probably about half an hour turned into hours. Frankie had been asking his mum quite a while ago about a computer. He wanted a computer. Mostly, for games. They do these gaming things on the computer, and that was why I got one of my computers to see whether I could fix it. The one that I put a new cooling fan in it. I didn't know whether it was okay. I knew it was okay for gaming, but I didn't know whether I could fix it or not. So that was why I bought the fan and I did fix it. And I was going to surprise him today, actually, because I was going to take the computer down and ask him if he wanted it. Well, I came into the house, and he noticed this computer that I'm on here was on the table, and my other one, my newest one, was on a little small table in front of my settee and that, and he was looking at them, and then he was looking at the one. It was on a little. I have one of those little nest of table things in the corner, and the other computer that I was going to give to Frankie was there on there, and he was looking at it, and he says, "Can I start this computer up, Nana?" I says, "You can, Frankie. Go on, have a look." So we started up the computer, and I says, "Would you like a computer, Frankie?" He's seen his face. "You mean this one? Can I have this one?" I says, "Yes, you can have that one." He's looking at it and he's seen, "Dad, look, it's i7, Dad, it's i7. I says, "It's not the latest, I think there's an i9 now, I think, out." But he was over the moon anyway, and then, of course, I was saying to him, "There's a lot of things in it that's no good to you." I says, "You're going to have to take it back to factory restart and get rid of all the crap that I've got in it that you don't want, like." And of course, I meant do it when he got home. So he was hunting around. He started doing something, and he come in, he says to me into the kitchen, because I had made us a cup of tea and that, and he says, "Can I have the password for your internet, Nana?" I says, "What do you want it for?" I says, "The computer it's already on to me." No, I put it into factory reset. I says, "Frankie, it takes hours for that." I says, "It goes through all the lot, and then you've got to update it and all the updates on it and everything." I says, "It takes hours." I says, "And you can't stop it, you can't take it home until it's done." "Oh, we'll just wait, it'll not take long, we'll wait for it." So anyway, he was doing that with it, and he had asked for my password to get into it at first, and that, and because I told him, "Well, you'll have to change the password into something you like," because I says, "that one's just got the year I was born in it." I says, "That's where I put passwords like, that's what I remember." Anyway, we started doing that, and then Tommy, I think he's 9 actually, I'll have to check with his mum. Because he says, "Have you got a computer for me, Nana?" I says, "Well, not really." I says, "That's just the one that I don't use anymore." But he says, "You've got a computer over there, and you've got a computer over there." I says, "I know, but I use them ones." And then I remembered that old one I had, that dead slow and stop one, which I had fixed not long ago because it had come up with a blue screen of death on it. And I had to end up putting the operating system, because I had a spare memory stick for my Dell computer. Well, this other one is an HP. And I couldn't get into the memory, anything in it, to find out the code to go into Microsoft, because you get a code, and if something like that happens, you can go into Microsoft and put that code in, and they'll put the operating system back on your computer for you. Well, I hadn't wrote the code down, and I didn't know what it was, so I used this Dell memory stick I had with the operating system on. I just put that into it, and it worked. It was okay, but that HP computer thought it was a Dell computer. Oh, I'll give them that one. I'm not bothered about it. It's only Windows 10, and there's not going to be any more updates on Windows 10 before long anyway. So we started that one up. And then he's saying he couldn't get away with the touchpad on it. "I got a mouse, Nana." "Yes, I've got a mouse, but I use it on mine. Well, I can just borrow it." But his dad had to help him, because he doesn't know a lot about computers. He's okay with his iPad, where you just touch, because he was touching the screen and that. It's not that like your iPad. You've got to press the buttons on it to work that one. So he started doing that. His dad started helping him, and I says, well, he was going to take it to factory reset. I wouldn't take it back to factory reset because there's nothing there. You go back to factory reset, it'll wipe out the Dell, and I'd have to put that one in again. I says, just go through all the files and everything and get rid of all the stuff that's mine, that's no good to you, no good to him and that. So that's what they were doing, and it was starting to get dark by the time I says, you're going to have to go home, and Tommy's saying, but mine's not finished yet, because Frankie had managed to get his sorted, and they were going to take them home, but I think they had one of them had a backpack, so Frankie's fitted into the backpack, but the one Tommy was having was a 17-inch screen one, and it was too big for the backpack, it wouldn't fit in properly. So I says, I'll bring that one down tomorrow for you, Tommy. I'll keep on working on it and get rid of all the stuff that's no good. That, oh no, I'll carry it. I says, you're not carrying it. I says, you'll end up flaming dropping it and it'll be no good. I'm bringing it down tomorrow. I says, one more day is not going to wait. And then he's saying, have you got a spare mouse, Dana? I says, no, I haven't got a spare mouse. He says, but you've got a mouse over there on that one and a mouse on that one. You've got two. But I use two, so I don't have to keep transferring from one to the other all the time, because I use both computers. Buy your own, save your pocket money up and buy one. They don't cost very much. You're not getting me mouse. My head was ringing by the time they went home. And Craig says, because I said to Craig, my head's ringing. He says, yours is ringing. He says, I've got to put up with all this tonight when we get back home. He says they'll be going on and on and on about it. But anyway, they were going on their bikes and going back home, and Frankie got his computer in the backpack, so he was happy. And that child, whenever I see them, I've got to force a kiss and a cuddle out of him when I'm going home. I was nearly choked. He wrapped his arms around me and his arm around me, and I can give us a kiss and cuddle. I says, bye. I says, is that what I've got to do to get a kiss and cuddle off you, Frankie? I have to give you a computer. So that was my day yesterday, and then by the time I sorted out my tea and then I wanted to sit down to watch things on my computer, and I never got hardly any more knitting done. I got a little bit more done to finish off the sleeve on that little cardigan and start on the other sleeve. I thought I was going to have loads done yesterday, but didn't work out that way. So I'm doing these two. These are the last two placemats. So I'm doing them. I've done the two orange bits on there, and then I've done the two orange bits on that one, and then I've done the oatmeal round there, and I'm doing the oatmeal round there. So that's what I'm doing, one from each, to get these finished, and then I can try to sort out the large runner for Molly's table after that. That's going to take a bit of working out that, because I'll not be able to do it in a circle like that, because it's got to be like oval shaped like that. I've never done anything like that before, so I'm going to have to sort of try to work it out before I start. But I'm still busy working on the computer for Tommy before he goes down, because there was a lot of things in it that I didn't realise were still in it that I wanted out. So I'm transferring things out of it, and then they come up with a little message in the corner saying that this computer will be out of date if the updates aren't put on it. So I'm going to put the updates on it before I take it down. And then he said to me, because the picture I had on the screen, he didn't want that picture. I says, well, you can pick something else when you get home. He says, well, can I put Hammy on? Hammy's his hamster. And I says, well, you'll have to get your mum to take a photograph of it, put the photograph in the computer, and then you can put it on the screen. Oh. I says, yeah. I says, there's no picture in here of Hammy, so I can't put it on for you. So you have to wait till you get home and then your mum will take a picture. I better take a memory stick with me and take the picture myself and put it in, because his mum will be busy doing other things, and you know how impatient kids are. And I'm glad the youngest one wasn't here as well, because she says I don't have another computer for him. A 6-year-old anyway would know what to do with it. I don't think that the 9-year-old knows what to do with it, actually. And I'm telling him, I says, it's not like a fast one that you can play games on, that Tommy. I says, it's just an old Windows 10 one. I says, and it hasn't got a very good, it's not Intel, it's Ryzen. Ryzen is the name of the thing in it. And it's only Ryzen 3. And I think there's Ryzen 7 or more nowadays, so it is quite a slow computer. I had a lot of trouble getting it on this morning. When I put it on, it just would not come on, and I had to keep pressing, and eventually got it to come on. And I think because it needs some updates, because I haven't used it since I bought this new computer, because I used to watch my TV and movies and things on it, because it was a 17-inch screen. So I'm busy taking out what I need out of it, and then I'll go into all the program files, and because his dad was deleting a lot of things out of it that he wouldn't need, that I used, but he was only deleting the pictures, the icons off the screen and that. So I don't think he knows as much about computers as he thinks he knows, because you've got to go into all the program files and the common files and that and get rid of them things, because they're still in the computer, slowing it down. But I will do that. It's busy at the moment. I'm going to see what updates it needs and get it sorted out before I go down. Hey, these kids. So that was my day yesterday, and it'll probably be my day today when I go down my granddaughter's. I'll probably have both of them at one at each side of my ear, like. But Frankie was over the moon because he'd wanted a computer for quite a while. That was why I remember him asking his mum about a computer, and he says I couldn't afford it just now. He's just going to have to make do with his iPad, and that was why I got to see whether I could fix the one, because it is a good computer. Just the camera is no good for what I use them for. It's not a very good camera, because I couldn't control the brightness and everything on it, and the autofocus thing, and so that's that one, the oatmeal done. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all another day. So bye for now.